Imagine we have connected an induction motor to our 120-volt 60 Hz main power supply. If we only consider the resistance, we can draw the circuit like this. The resistance of the motor is 60 ohms. From there, we can simply calculate the RMS current through the circuit, which will be 2 amperes. Now let's calculate the power supplied by the power source. This represents the active power of the circuit. Since we're neglecting the reactance, the apparent power is equal to the active or real power. Therefore, the power factor is equal to 1, indicating that all the power supplied by the power source is effectively utilized to do the work. Things may seem straightforward, but unfortunately, this method is incorrect. Indeed, neglecting inductance for inductive loads like motors is not accurate. Let's consider both resistance and inductance now. The inductance of this motor is 160 millihenry. Now, the calculations are more complex than before. We need to calculate the power factor, which requires knowing both the apparent power and active power. The apparent power can be calculated using the impedance of the circuit and current, while the active power can be calculated using resistance and current. Resistance is given. However, we don't know the current and impedance of the circuit. To calculate the current, we also need the impedance and voltage. Voltage is given. To calculate the impedance, we need to know both the resistance and reactance of this circuit. We're given the resistance, but to calculate the reactance, we require both the inductive and capacitive reactance. Since there is no capacitance in this circuit, the capacitive reactance is 0. Therefore, we only need to calculate the inductive reactance. To do this, we require the inductance and frequency, both of which are known. This is where we should start our calculations. As you can see, it's a more complex process. Right. Let's do the math. First, we need to calculate the inductive reactance, given that the resistance is provided and the capacitive reactance is 0. With the inductive reactance determined, we can then calculate the impedance of this circuit. With the voltage provided, we can calculate the current. After obtaining the current, we can calculate the apparent power using the impedance and current. Then, the active or real power can be determined using the current and resistance. Now, we move to the final step, calculating the power factor. It seems the power factor of this system is 0.705, which is less than 1. That means only 70.5% of the power is utilized for work, while the rest is lost within the circuit. This indicates inefficiency. To improve this, we can connect a capacitor to increase the power factor. Let's see how it's done. The poor power factor is primarily due to the inductive reactance. To counteract this, we need to add a capacitor in parallel to our example circuit. Let's determine the value of the capacitor we need to connect. The capacitor is meant to counteract the inductive reactive power of the circuit. Therefore, our first step is to determine the inductive reactive power of this circuit, which we aim to minimize. Now, we have to connect a parallel capacitor that generates an equal and opposite capacitive reactive power to cancel out the total reactive power. So the capacitive reactive power should also be 119.92 VAR. Now, we need to calculate the correct capacitive reactance to produce an equivalent amount of capacitive reactive power in this circuit. It's important to note that adding a capacitor will alter the current. Therefore, we can't employ the same current value to calculate the capacitive reactive power. As this capacitor will be directly connected in parallel with the source, we'll utilize the power formula which begins with voltage and reactance. We have determined the reactance of the capacitor. Now, let's find the capacitance required to achieve this reactance in the circuit. Eureka! We have calculated the capacitance. To correct the power factor, we need to install a 22.09 microfarads capacitor bank in parallel with this circuit. Want to dive deeper into power factor and how to correct it? Watch the full video linked in the description below.